how you got involved with this event today.
Okay, so this would be my second event with the Tween Summit. Sorry, we're not teens yet, we're tweens. And the first one I went to was in Washington, D.C., and they reached out to me. I thought it was a great organization. I, believe it's very important to, be a strong role model for young women, and so that's how I got involved. And they called me, and I live here in California now, so it was quite easy for me just to come on down.
Cool. And what's going on with you now? What are you doing?
Well, I released my record at the end of the summer, High Hopes and Heartbreak, and I've just been on the road promoting and doing all types of different things with that. Getting ready to release another single, which I can't get too much into yet, but I'm just getting ready for that. And I have a couple of shows coming up in the next couple weeks, and a couple other big projects in the works, but staying very busy. You get on that wave and keep riding it.
Good. So can you tell us what kind of music you listen to? Is it the same type of music you do, or is it a little different?
Well, I definitely have an eclectic taste. If you listen to my iPod, it really just jumps around, but I definitely think my foundation is much more classic, older music from the 60s and 70s. That's what inspires me, and my parents, that was what they would listen to. So by default, I just had to listen to it, and I used to think it was boring, and now I love it. But yeah, I listen to everything. There's as far as like newer artists, I do love the newest Lady Antebellum record, a little bit of country. Feist is a great artist that I love. My mind is totally blanking on all the artists that I've been listening to recently. But I'm constantly updating my iPod every day. I add something new. Lots of people that people haven't heard of too. I like finding new stuff.
Well, so it's important to have a role model as well as for you to be a role model.
Absolutely.
Who would you say growing up and even now is your biggest role model?
Let's see. As far as who my role models were, I think it's something that people say often, but really my mom was a big role model for me, and she still is. I was saying, I only hope that people would compare me to her. She's such a really wonderful lady all around, really beautiful and compassionate, and I really looked up to her. And as far as like a celebrity, I can't remember like a direct celebrity that was a huge role model for me. But I just think that it's important for a female role model to one, know who she is and remain true to that and not compromise what is the right thing to do for no reason, you know what I mean? And I think that's something that's really hard to do in this business. So
yeah, definitely.
Something that you really have to work hard on.
And what's the best piece of advice you've ever gotten?
Well, when I was on Idol, I feel like that was a huge learning experience for me, and I learned some really great advice, and I think the first thing was to be true to who you are, but to do you times 1,000, which means don't try to be someone else. Don't try to emulate. I mean, it's okay to emulate people that you really look up to, but at the end of the day, to know who that is and just love who that is and be confident, but never arrogant. It's always important to stay grounded and humble.